The challenge awaits us, tough conditions. The scores are there to be taken. And, we will see then in around 30 minutes where do we end up scoring-wise. Welcome everybody to the third episode of the week on this series where we try to break World Golf Ranking 50 on the TGC Tours. And we've played very well the first two rounds. We played 13 and 11. And as such, we have put us into a top 30 situation to keep on climbing the ropes. And today is no different from any other day. Same thing as always. We have set the line, the tournament line, to anywhere from minus 44 to minus 48. And that means that we are looking to score around minus 10 here. So if we could be minus 34, minus 35 after round 3, that would be... And let's take a quick look at what awaits us. We are playing from the long black tees into a moving day pin set 3. Wind speed is high coming in from the east. Fairway is moderate, so not a lot of bounce. Green is very firm, so a lot of bounce in the green. Green speeds are default speed, so a little bit on the slower side. So ball is not going to be rolling so much, but ball is definitely going to be bouncing on the green. So we have to be knowledgeable of all these conditions. We have to be knowledgeable on how the track plays. Most importantly, as here always, smile. Fun, enjoy the nerves, enjoy the experience, and one shot at a time, try to get every single shot as well as you can. Without further ado, let's step on to the first tee box. So we have struggled here. We have not actually birdied this first hole yet. So this first birdie still awaits for us on this first hole. So now we are looking to hit it quite nicely there on the left side and have it checked down into the fairway. So there is wind there, though, so don't suck at the game. Let's just hit a good first one into the fairway here. I think we have managed it. I hope it doesn't have enough bounce so we will get to the rough. So this right here we can be very happy about. Gives us a straight line and a good attempt to go for it. So mathematically 130 takes 7 out of this. So this is going to be 123 pretty exactly. So I'm going to take just a little bit of backspin into it and try to absolutely pin hunt this. We get our tempo, so we're going to end up a little bit left with the swing plane, but there is backspin on it, so we definitely might stop here. That's okay. A little shanky to the left. Little shanky to the left, but still two good tempos, two good shots with a 15-footer to try to break the curse of the first hole and start with a birdie. I just over-aimed it. That's okay, though. Heartbreaking miss.
This place is cursed. Cursed.
So hand up still eludes us. The birdie on the first still eludes us. Let's see if we can take that back now on this. Can we get our revenge? I think that might be very, very nice. Might end up a little bit left, but should stay on the green. Okay, roll off. So again, same thing. Too fast. A little bit too fast off the rip, so as such not great, but now we are still attempting to hit this in. Coming from the light rough, so we have to remember that it's going to roll a little bit more. And that is very decent for a tapping part there. But of course, again, the third slow start of the week. 1 and 2, we have not yet scored, so not the best start, but on the other hand, also nothing to be very, very worried about.
I ain't got no worries.
Now here we are just going to take our nice little tree wood. Sometimes we end up on the left side bunker, but that's okay. Now I think we're going to bounce right nicely and ride this roller coaster a little bit to the right here. Hopefully we don't get all the way up. Okay, so now the lie is gonna be bad, but the shot itself is gonna be decent. So now we just gotta make sure this ball stops. Once it gets there, we need to make sure this ball stops. Here's the backspin. And it functions. Important flop to hit there. Important flop to hit there. Mostly for get the jitters out, get the first score in the card. Of course, this is not yet in the hole, but it has a good chance being in the hole in a second. And there we go. A little bit off the swing plane there, but first ink into the card, and that makes you more confident going forward. Can't be angry about that in no capacity. Okay, and here this 160 is gonna be just perfect once we just hit it.
Are you sure?
Might be a little bit to the left now, so hopefully it stays and comes back that one last yard. Okay, so now we are putting it from quite a bad line, but we are definitely still on the... Actually, we didn't get all the way to the left, so this line is better than I thought it would be. Now that I see it, we end up on an uphill putt 17 feet away. Sometimes I have actually seen these putts go in. Big that putt right there. Big putt. That was big. Two scores and then walking into this tee box. That's a really, really good way to be. So let's just send it. Big bounce over this hump. Get a little roll down the hill. Oh boy, that is fantastic. This is going to give us a good attempt now. 360. This is going to give us a nice attempt to be there. So 163. So if we put full backspin into this, we should get it somewhere close. Okay, it's going to hit this rough with full backspin and then go right. Oh wow, it's sparky bounced up. Now we got to hope it comes back. So that's too fast. So now that I saw how that played, it was the wrong club anyway. So it would have never stopped. It would have been too far. Good news though, it's on the fringe. So it will almost instantaneously stop into an uphill like this. It was disgusting, that pin. That pin was way more tucked in there. And of course, when I hit it fast, we are never going to get there. But little bit dangerous. But we got our safe bird there, so we shan't really be complaining about it. And here we are just gonna go for it. This should always stop. It has a little bit of a shape to the right, so it should always stop here. Okay, so we end up on the left side here, light rough, but these are always rolling a lot anyway, so it's not a big surprise. 163, 150. I'm actually gonna take this. I like this better, so I'm gonna give this a little front. I like this with the front better to make sure that this is not too far up the hill. Especially if it hits this red, it might be delightful. I don't mind that at all. I think we can putt this from here. Right at the clown's mouth with a Texas wedge. Come on now. That is nice. That is fantastic from the rough. Fantastic from the rough. Really good shot. Well played to read it. Change our clubs there halfway, and then a Texas wedge, middle of the clown's mouth. So let's take those 4 points. Let's take those 4 points there. 4 points on the trot there is good. Okay, so we're gonna hit a driver puncher here with a little bit of too much off. So now we're gonna probably be on the right side here. Hopefully we are not all the way to the sand. Okay, so that's bad, but it's still much better than the left side long. Too bad we are never going to have an attempt at the hole now. But we are just have to make sure we hit this well now, because now there's danger. I'm gonna have to put a little backspin into it. This was really sucky shot.
And that's the truth, with some cheese on it.
I really hope it stays up here. I really hope it stays up here. Okay, it did. Disaster struck in the going in shot, and this was slow as well, so we ended up on the right side, but nevertheless, now we're just gonna have to make it.
Well, good luck with that. I'm ready.
Really good roll, really good roll. Have to be hand up that the... Have to take hand up that the toughest tree in the round bit us in the ass there. Hand up, bit us in the ass.
Shot me in the ass!
But that's going to happen every now and then, so now nothing to do it but to do it again. Sometimes you are going to be getting bit in the ass by the tough holes. For our classic bounce back Mocchio moment. Here, danger lurks, but as long as you hit it not to the right side, you should be okay. So right there, an important tempo to get right back at it. Important tempo to get right back at it. So here, 88, 85. So that's gonna be already all the way up there with the lie playing and the wind playing. We can't be too careful here. We still have to hit it. Little bit of a release, and then we are looking at this long putt because I was a little bit too slow. Little bit too slow there, so... Okay, now let's make a belter here. Let's make a belter here to get right back at it. Okay, so really bad front. Really disgustingly bad front. But matters none. The only thing that matters is now take a good deep breath here. And then we go. So now all that is done. The front is done. And we have plenty of scoring opportunities here. So... And that is going to be almost certainly in the light stuff. Or in the heavy stuff.
The last thing we need is bad luck.
Okay, so this is going to be 240 from the heavy stuff. So this is going to be now very bad. But there is just really no other way for me to do it but to lay it up here. Like, there's just no other way. You are more than likely going over anyway. You are going over anyway. So me playing it down here is definitely not the worst thing that can happen. So 88, I'm gonna put just a little bit of backspin and just a little bit of that because I don't want it to be too short. Should spin nice. That is lovely, Ty. Lovely. Okay, so that was phenomenal. But again, it is breaking, so we can't be too careful. And there we go. Big score. We have a lot of opportunities here to trot, so keep on trotting, keep on going forward. Okay, so 176, 173. I think this is going to be absolutely awesome with the classic cream here. That's a really classic cream. It might be a little bit to the right, but hopefully it doesn't bounce all the way up. Oh, stay. We get a little bit lucky there. For that to stay here, for us to have an attempt at this now. That could have turned out much more dangerous. Mr. Chipinski was not in-house today. That was so close. So close. But again, one of the more dangerous ones. One of the more dangerous ones we have now survived. And now we get to go for this Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful attempt here. Straight at it. Come on now. This is going to be a big one for the tournament. We hit it pretty well, so the wind is going to bring it back. It should corral all the way down from here. The tree hit is quite disastrous, so now we are just praying it gets down. And it did get down to the low. Okay, so that tree hit is quite disastrous there. But for us to get here, this is a-okay. So now just backspin on, and then we just have to hit this somewhere here. Okay, so break did nothing. It came out full yardage from there, lads. It came out full yardage. So now we are coming back the other way. Okay, so same thing here. Gotta remember that it's gonna want to roll more. Never stop fighting, chat. Never stop fighting. Never stop fighting, chat.
No, I'll never stop.
One of those classic Mokkio scramble rounds going on again here. Little bit mistakes, little bit input mistakes, little bit unlucky breaks. We have it absolutely all. But I will take a fist pump out of that. That I needed. I needed that one. There's still a lot to be scored here, so just let the breath go down, and to the next one we go. So there I took a moment there. Adrenaline is again pumping, so once I get that adrenaline pumps going, I always try to slow myself down a little bit. Okay, so this is always more than likely rolling off. I don't really know if there's any type of shot that I can hit that will make the ball stop. It is coming a little bit from uphill into the wind, so we can be quite far here. And then just hopefully hit it middle green and watch if it could stop. That is phenomenal. But as stated, will it ever stop? Usually no. So there you can put all kinds of shapes and those in hopes of going. My hope is that I hit it a little bit further here. And this side will stop it. So, but the only thing we can't be is we can't be putting downhill from either side. So big picture here, again, this is decent. Big picture, this is definitely decent. Delightful. Okay. Got them scores we needed from those holes. Got them scores we needed from those holes, and all of a sudden we are 6 through 13, which is not nearly as disastrous as 4 through 11. So good stuff, boys. Good stuff. Here, this is megalomanically intramedasting. There is all kinds of troubles you can find yourself on from here. You can find yourself in the bunker. You can find yourself in the left. You can find yourself in a lot of different situations here. But since we are feeling it, I am going for it.
Please don't try this at home.
And we have hit it fast, so we end up on the left side again. Hopefully now we bounce a little bit more to the right from this. Okay, so now we might actually be mathematically straight behind the tree. Oh, we are not. We get so lucky. That is one of the luckiest breaks I've ever had in this game. That right there, Ladie Laddersons, is one of the luckiest breaks I have ever had in this game. Okay, here goes. Really disgusting, but I have to go for it. And spin. Oh my days, it's a putt. I accept Ladie Laddersons. From that angle, almost guaranteed bogey into a birdie attempt. I accept. Now, of course, we are doomed because this looks straight.
It's a lie.
Yeah. Suck it in, boy! Side piece Wilson, and what a hat trick it is! What a hat trick it is, boys. Come on.
Tractor beam. Suck me right in.
Wow, wow, wow. One of the more interesting adventurous birdies you will ever see here. One of the more adventurous birdies you will ever see. And I stand by me going for it. I stand by me going for it. And nothing special here. Just make sure you are on the green side. Oh, wow. Is this OB? Okay, so it's going left to right, so that's gonna help us a lot. This is going to be the toughest shot so far. Now the question is, how do we make sure that this is no more than a single at the worst case scenario? Yes, 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 yes. Holy moly.
Holy moly donut shop.
That is so important to get it out of there, man. I know it's crazy to celebrate a bogey, but it's one of those where you're gonna celebrate a bogey. I don't know about that, but I feel like that's the best par save of my career.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I feel like that's the best par save of my whole career. Okay, so here we couldn't really reach all the way because we hit this a little too fast. But with this wind, how the wind plays, I think we can get there. So I'm gonna go for it.
You can do it!
102 fast is probably gonna be really, really good. 102 fast is probably gonna be really, really good. Bounce right. Bounce right. Bounce right! So close. I'll take that. Hand up, Mongers. I accept that with the full custody. I accept that with full custody. Okay, so here again, same thing as you see. Behind the hole, a lot of rollage. A lot of rollage behind the hole. So now more than ever, exemplary situation of don't hit it too far. Perfection. Perfection is the only word that comes to mind there. Boom. Woo! Okay, so we are -8 through 16, which again, not the best. Definitely also not the worst. So now left side fairway here, get at it. Beautiful. The shape is going to push it left, the wind is going to push it right, and the bounce is going to be hard. But we should stay the fairway with this amount. That is lovely, that. Come on now. 1 or 2 more points here and we can say that we have salvaged the round. Put it a little bit through because the wind will play and then hit it all the way here. The wind and the lie will play, so we gotta be courageous here, but we can't put it in the water. And I think that's going to be just the ticket. Now just hope it goes right and big spin. Big spin. And an absolute beaut. Absolute beaut there. Could it be closer? Yes, if I don't fast that. But how that plays, we are going to say that that's awesome.
I mean, it's all right, like...
Let's see if we can now cash it in. What a incredible fight here in the back. Video game versus man, man versus video game in a very freaking passionate way here. We have clawed our way back. One more. One more here, boys. One more. And there we go. Now just everybody hold your breath at home. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy.
One more to add to the documentary series that we are doing. Tales from PGA. So 160 flat. That wind is going to play a little bit downhill, so I'm going to take just a little bit off with a heavy backspin. didn't need the added backspin, but we get to the plane we need to be at, so we won't complain. Even if it's 15 feet out, we won't complain. 18 feet out, we get to putt for the goal. And even if we are one after the goal, the front nine was so disastrous that fight back has been awesome. But now, number one thing here is we're going to take the power off. This ball is going to want to roll quite hard. So I'm going to take most of it off. Line is perfect. It would have missed low anyway. So let's take this to be 33, which means that we are only one off where we need to be. Beautiful. I accept. I 100% accept, lads. That was tough at the front. We got into the trouble positions that are available in this track. We definitely got all the way behind the trees. A few phenomenal saves out there as well. Absolutely phenomenal putt saves, good chips, decent flat stick. All around, I would say an enjoyable experience. Like had a lot of fun there. How we played there, we gotta be excited about how we played. So starting then tomorrow at -33, which is okay. So we just need to hit that -11 tomorrow to get to that 44, which we dreamed about, and we will definitely go at it again tomorrow. So yeah, this was today's episode of Scramble Golf here in TGC. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time here, and we will return tomorrow for round 4, where we are going to try to hit -11 and go up in world golf rankings. But for now, thank you for watching and good night. Peace.